Now, a lead. What is a lead? A lead is someone in my industry who's going to buy or sell in X amount of days. Your lead follow-up system and database will be predicated by and based on your definition of a lead. All right, what's up guys? Let's try this again. I shot this video, but I forgot to mic up and I left the mic about 20 feet away. So let's start. As you can see, I already wrote some stuff down. I was about 5 minutes into the video, but let's begin. This is lead follow-up frequency. We covered in the previous video, which you enjoyed, what to say and how to follow up without bothering them. Now we need to know the exact frequency depending on when they're going to do something, right? Now you're going to have to make the adjustment based on your sales cycle in your industry. However, today I'm going to be covering it from the real estate perspective because that's the world that I primarily operate from and most of my students are in, okay? You make the adjustments based on what you sell and your typical sales cycle. Now, a lead. What is a lead? A lead is someone in my industry who's going to buy or sell in X amount of days. Your lead follow-up system and database will be predicated by and based on your definition of a lead. So my definition of a lead, and for Team BC, and one that I recommend for you, is someone who's going to buy, sell, or invest in 30 days or less. If you start stretching it out too far, 3 months, a year, your database and your lead follow-up system get too convoluted and it becomes a problem and people slip through the cracks. You want to avoid that. Keep it at 30 days. Anything more than 30 days is a database. They would go in my A team of my database. And I'll show you throughout this video how they seamlessly tie together, yet are separate entities at the same time. All right, let's start. 7 days or less is a hot lead. I wrote down hot, hot, hot. That means they're going to do something, meet with you, set an appointment, buy whatever it is that you do in 7 days or less. Meaning they're ready to go. They're motivated. You're contacting these people every day and you're looking at your hot lead follow-up folder every single day. I recommend you have 3 quadrants for follow-up. When you first establish somebody as a lead, you say, hey, Mr. Lead, if I needed to get a hold of you and I called you, when would be the best time that I would get you to pick up? Early before work, lunchtime, or in the evening? And they're going to answer, oh, in the evening. Perfect. You have 3 slots, 15, 20 minutes where you do your follow-up, okay? That's going to raise the likelihood of them actually responding to you and picking up the phone when you need them to, all right? So every day you're looking at these people. Every day your hot lead folder, which should be in print and also digital, you're looking at every day. They're also tied to your database, meaning every lead that you get and that you generate is put into your database. Database gets a weekly email, right? 4 emails a month, in addition to the regular contact that they get, which we'll cover later briefly. But since we're focused on follow-up, you go every single day, look at these people and you call them, you contact them, you do whatever it is that you need to do. Why? They're a hot lead. Every time you talk to them, go for the appointment. Try to get it. Ask at least once, if not more. But you're also going to develop in sales what I call that gut feeling, that instinct to know, hey, this person, I need to call them today. They're going to convert. One thing that I did was I had note cards, 3x5 note cards. I'd put their information, right? A little bit of info on them. And then at the top, I would put and highlight in big numbers how much commission I was going to make. So I knew regardless of how I felt or my emotional state, I needed to call these people to help them. And in that same process, get paid myself. Okay, that's the hot lead. Hot lead. 7 days or less, they're going to meet with you, transact with you, whatever. Okay, let's continue. Category 2, more than 7 days away, but less than 30 days. That's a warm lead, meaning they're 30 days out or less, but more than 7 days. You're going to look at this folder once, maybe twice a week, Mondays and Tuesdays. Typically on the weekends is when people make decisions. So if you catch them Monday or Tuesday, you're better off. Okay, this is the warm lead folder. Again, they get the regular database contact, the weekly email, which again we'll cover at the end. However, you're going to not be as on top of these people as you are the hot leads, but you're still touching them once, maybe twice a week, and you always follow your instinct. If your instinct tells you call them, call them. Hey Jim, I don't know why, I just had this gut feeling that I needed to call you. What's the situation with blank? Are we still on track for 2 weeks from now? Hey, let's get something on the calendar since I have you. Go for the appointment, go for the appointment, go for the appointment, right? Set it, set it, set it. Okay? Once a week, Monday or Tuesday, maybe twice, depending on, again, that instinct that you have, but you minimum want to hit them once. Now, what happens when they transition to being 7 days or less? They now become a hot lead. They transition from being a warm lead to a hot lead. Okay? Super simple. This is how it all ties together. And as we get deeper into this list, you'll see how it seamlessly ties with your database. All right? Now, Let's continue. We're now at 30 to 90 days. If somebody's more than 30 days out, but less than a year, they're in what's called the A team of my database, meaning they get 4 emails weekly. They get a weekly email, 4 a month, and they get a phone call / text or contact from me 1 time a month, every 30 days. So just to keep it simple, so you can manage this, right? If you're gonna apply this for you and create your own database system based on what I'm talking about, if they're gonna be contacted once a month, and there's 20 work days in a month, assuming you work Monday through Friday, you take that total number, let's say it's 100, and you divide it by 20, which is the work days. So what's 100 divided by 20? That's 5. That means every day that you work in real estate, you would contact 5 of your A team in your database every single day to cycle through that full list in 1 month. Super simple, okay? That's just the math that I created to help people with the database system. You don't have all the details like my students, but there's a general outline, all right? Cool. So these people are 30 days plus, over 30 days to a year, meaning they expressed interest in buying, selling, or investing, not in less than 30 days, but not more than a year. Hey, Bryan, I'll do something in 3 months, 6 months, 8 months, 4 months, 2 months, 10 months. Those are all A-teamers in your database. Okay, pretty simple. Now, what happens when they hit the 30-day mark? They transition to 30 days or less, which is your warm lead folder. They now have successfully transitioned from your warm lead folder, your database to your warm lead folder, right? Now, if you set an appointment with a warm lead or a hot lead, then they go to the appointment folder, which is up here, right? You have an appointment folder where you have all your pre-qualification sheets with all the information, and you have everything set there. And then you know, hey, I've set an appointment, it's time for me to pre-qualify. Once they're fully qualified, then you do your pre-listing package, right? Cool. So this is how now we start tying the database into the lead follow-up folder. Now, let's continue. 3 months to 1 year. Again, that is your A team. Remember, I separated this 30 to 90 days and then 3 months plus because I know some of you out there, even though I gave you the advice, are still gonna say, well, a lead is somebody who's gonna sell in 90 days or less, right? Which is fine. I don't recommend you do it, but if you wanna die on that hill and do that, then you have to make your adjustment. Then 30 to 90 days is now a warm lead for you. And you're gonna have to make the adjustment. You can't contact those people every week. That's probably too much. So you're gonna have to make your adjustment based on this if you're not gonna follow what I'm teaching here to the T, okay? So 30 to 90 days, A team. 3 months to 1 year, A teamer, right? What happens when they hit 30 days or less? They become a warm lead, all right? You have to make the adjustments based on what you do. They get the weekly emails, right? Anybody who's 30 to 90 days away is an A teamer. They get contacted once a month. Now, if somebody's 3 months to a year out, okay? If somebody's 3 months to a year out, they're not necessarily an A teamer, because an A teamer to me is somebody who I've done business with, an agent that I know, somebody who's on a first name basis, a lead, or somebody that we're well acquainted. If I met somebody at an open house, if I met somebody prospecting, making phone calls, going door to door, they're gonna be in my B team, right? And if they're in my B team, right, and they have these time frames, the frequency of touching a B teamer is different, right? The moment they hit 30 days or less, they're now a warm lead, right? However, if in that interim, they're in the B team, because they're in that category, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna contact them quarterly. So we said monthly for the A team. B team gets contacted quarterly. They still get weekly emails, but they get a personal touch every 90 days, every season, every quarter, instead of every month. And that's an adjustment that you're gonna have to make. Again, A-teamers, first name basis, they know you, they like you, they trust you, they're cool. If you call, they pick up, what's up, Bryan? That's the level of an A-teamer. Past client, stuff like that, right? Really, really hot leads. The B-teamers are the people that you'll meet out in the everyday world typically, that you're cool and they'll talk to you, but they're not that close with you, okay? They're gonna be contacted quarterly. But what happens? As soon as they hit 30 days or less, where are they? Warm lead folder. So now they would transition from here to here. Now, lastly, someone who's 1 year plus. 1 year plus is automatically, in most cases, in your B team, which means they get contacted quarterly, they get the weekly email, and if you have the funds, start doing a team or personal branded postcard that you send to these people once a month. Now, in addition to this, what you should do for your database, and this is a bonus, is doing client appreciation events and get-togethers once, if not twice a year. In addition to that, you want to make sure that you do home buying seminars or some sort of educational seminar to get people in front of you in person so that you can present and build a better professional relationship with them, okay? Now, I'm not here to talk about the database because this is a follow-up video, but this is how I tie my database and my follow-up system, and this is the basic follow-up system. The appointment folder, the hot lead, and the warm lead. That's it. It's that simple. This is how we convert at a high level. This is how we have a clear definition of leads being somebody who's going to do something in 30 days or less. And this is how we convert at a high level. You do this, you follow this religiously, and you have your database seamlessly flowing together. What's really going to stop you? Okay, that's the reality. So I'll wrap up here. If you guys have any additional questions, leave them in the description below and in the comment section. I've also added in the description a bunch of free resources for y'all, scripts and all that fun stuff. Any of you looking for more deep dive, additional training, I have standalone courses. I also run 2 coaching programs, a more advanced one and a very beginner one, where we cover these things in depth and give them to you and hand the blueprint to you so you can execute without having to think about it or trying to figure it out on your own, which I know most people are doing nowadays, all right? Appreciate you guys tuning in. Anything else that I can do, let me know and I'll help you out, and we'll see you on the next video, all right? Peace.